Green Bay, Wisconsin. Population 107,000, is home to one of the most valuable sports franchises on earth. Yet, cities triple that size are told they're too small for professional sports. In Europe right now, a city of 35,000 people, that's smaller than a college football stadium, is celebrating their professional football or soccer team's latest victory. Meanwhile, American cities with 90,000 people, like my hometown, are told to drive hours away and support teams that don't even know we exist. In the next few minutes, I'll expose how 32 billionaire owners have locked 330 million Americans out of professional sports and reveal a proven system that's already transforming communities across the world. Because this isn't just about sports. It's about why your city is being robbed of millions in economic impact, thousands of jobs, and something even more valuable: its identity. Let me show you exactly how this happened and why it matters more than you might think. Let's take the NFL as an example. 32 teams. That's it. In a country of 330 plus million people. These teams are concentrated in major metropolitan areas, leaving vast regions of the country without any meaningful connection to professional football. Cities like Portland, Oregon, with a metropolitan area of around 2.5 million people, don't have an NFL team. San Antonio, Texas, with about 2.6 million people in its metropolitan area, doesn't have one either. And if you think this monopolistic structure only affects traditional American sports, look at what's happening with soccer. Despite being the world's most popular sport, Major League Soccer has tried to force the American closed league model onto a game that thrives on open competition. The result? A league that caps its own potential. While leagues around the world create excitement through promotion and relegation, MLS maintains artificial scarcity by charging expansion fees that can reach hundreds of millions of dollars just to join the league. Cities aren't earning their place through sporting merit. They're buying their way in. This closed system has massive ripple effects. When Sacramento's $500 million MLS bid failed, it wasn't because the city couldn't support a team. It was because the league's artificial barriers to entry were too high. Meanwhile, in Germany, cities half Sacramento's size have teams that have worked their way up to the Bundesliga through pure sporting achievement. There is an alternative to this league structure issue. The English football system operates on a completely different philosophy. Instead of restricting professional sports to a select few cities, they've created an intricate pyramid that serves communities of all sizes. At the top, you've got the Premier League, but it's what lies beneath that makes this system special. The Championship, League One, and League Two form the next three professional tiers. The pyramid continues far beyond that. Cities like Exeter, population is around 130,000. Accrington, population is 35,000. And Forest Green, from a town of just 6,000 people, all have professional clubs. They compete in legitimate leagues with real chances for promotion to higher divisions. This system proves that you don't need millions of residents to support professional sports. You just need passionate communities and a system that gives them a chance. This isn't just about sports. It's about community identity and economic opportunity. When I drive 2.5 hours to watch my local team, I'm essentially a tourist. The team doesn't know my town even exists. But in England, nearly every community has their own club. These aren't just places to watch sports. They're community hubs that create jobs, develop local talent, and give people a sense of civic pride. Take a city like Oxford, with a population of around 150,000. They support a professional football team, a professional rugby team, and several semi-professional clubs in various sports. The key isn't market size. It's creating sustainable, right-sized organizations that match their community's scale. These clubs become integral parts of their local economies, creating jobs not just for players, but for trainers, administrators, maintenance staff, and countless others in supporting roles. The impact on youth development is particularly stark. And nowhere is this more evident than in soccer. In our current system, making it in American sports requires an almost impossible alignment of factors. You need natural talent, which is rare enough, but you also need to live in the right area, usually near a major city with established programs. Then you need wealthy parents who can afford private clubs and training, which often cost thousands of dollars per year. Finally, you need tremendous luck, being seen by the right scout at the right moment. This broken development system explains why a nation of 330 million plus people struggles to qualify for World Cups, while countries like Croatia, with just 4 million people, reach finals. Without a proper pyramid system, we're not just failing to develop talent, we're actively excluding it. Think about it. How many potential world-class players never got the chance simply because they couldn't afford to pay for play? The European system democratizes opportunity. Because professional clubs exist at multiple levels, they all have incentive to develop young talent. A third division club might not be able to compete with Manchester City for established stars, but they can create world-class youth programs. When they discover and develop a promising player, they can either build their club around them or sell them to a larger club, creating a sustainable cycle of development and reinvestment. Now, here is the uncomfortable truth. This system will probably never come to America, at least not on our major sports leagues. The reason is simple but powerful. Those 32 NFL owners, or 30 NBA owners, or 30 MLB owners have a perfect monopoly. They face no risk of relegation, meaning their investment is forever safe, regardless of how poor their team performs. They are guaranteed profits through revenue sharing, television deals, and other league-wide agreements. They have complete control of the sport at the professional level, and perhaps most perversely, they actually get rewarded for losing through preferential draft picks. This system creates bizarre incentives where teams might actually benefit from performing poorly, the complete opposite of what sports should be about. In the Premier League, every game matters until the final day, whether you're competing for the championship or fighting to avoid relegation. In the NFL, teams might deliberately tank their season for a better draft position, knowing there are no real consequences for failure. But perhaps there is hope, even if it has to start small. While we can't change the NFL or NBA overnight, we can begin building alternatives from the ground up. We could start with regional semi-pro leagues that give communities a taste of what's possible. Statewide competitions could create natural rivalries and build local interest. Community-owned teams, similar to the Green Bay Packers model, could ensure that teams truly represent their cities rather than just using them as convenient markets. Imagine if a city like Boise, Idaho, population of 235,000 people, could have its own professional team, starting in a regional league, but with a theoretical path to the top through promotion. Or think about how many communities in the states of Texas, California, or Florida could support professional teams if given the chance to start at an appropriate level and grow organically. This isn't just a pipe dream. It's happening in small ways already. Look at what the USL is doing in soccer, creating a multi-tiered system that's giving more communities access to professional soccer. Imagine if we could replicate that across other sports. If you care about your community, if you believe in the power of local sports, share this video. Let's start the conversation about what American sports could be. Because at the end of the day, sports should be about more than just entertainment. They should be about community, opportunity, and hope. Right now, we're missing out on all of that potential. The beautiful game isn't just about what happens on the field. It's about giving every community a chance to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So, what do you think? Could a pyramid system work in American sports? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for your support.